So, thank you for watching. My name is Amanda Papadakis. I'm here with Tony. This is a quick introduction to Wing Chun theory of close quarters fighting. So, fights that kick off at close range, which is of course the typical reality of most street fights. So, the first and by far the most important thing to do if you're confronted with a situation where someone's getting into your face, verbal escalation, is to get your hands up. From this sort of range, there is no way you can reliably defend against a sudden, unexpected attack, a sucker punch, if you don't have a fence up. It doesn't matter how fast you are, you're either be likely to taking a broken nose or knocked out before you've even got a chance to respond. So if he's mouthing off me and getting in my face, the first thing I do is hands up. If he takes a step forward, ideally you want to keep a bit of distance. This is comfortable range. You don't need to be going back to kicking distance, but you need to have a bit of a gap to avoid it going to immediately to ground or grapple. So you take a step back, that's appropriate. It's important from a legal perspective to verbalise a warning of some kind. You need to say something like, hey mate, stop coming forward, I'm going to have to defend myself. It's also very important in a real world situation not to get intimidated or fooled by any kind of verbal misdirection or distraction. What I mean by that, the rules of engagement are pretty simple. If you are trying to actively retreat from a situation, someone is repeatedly stepping forward into your space or making contact, it's both advisable and your right to defend yourself, because it's very likely they intend to attack you. So, if we're in that situation, it's clear you can't talk it down, there's no other way out. From this position, that could be strike the solar plexus. If something more decisive is needed, strike the jaw. You can also use open-handed palm or slapping style movements, pretty effective, you know how to use them. We wouldn't typically use an open-handed strike using the heel of the palm unless it was a life-threatening situation, because that can very easily cause serious injury. There would be little point hitting someone much larger and heavier than you are with body shots, certainly peripheral body shots. You need to hit the vital points. That's the head, front, solar plexus, groin. And it's worth being aware that no matter how big someone is, how strong they are, how much they train, you cannot condition those points to withstand much by the way of a powerful barehanded strike. Certainly a succession of them. This is the very reason why size and strength actually have relatively little to do with dictating the outcome of a typical real world street fight. Certainly, for example, relative to striking power and accuracy. If contact is made, I control his strike, he blocks my counter strike, then the fight moves to the contact phase or grappling phase, which we'll cover in the next video. We'll do some demonstrations as well in a minute. Thank you for watching. So this is just a little example of how bridging contact would look at close range. So if you're kicking off at intermediate distance, i.e. hand striking range, not kicking range. So if I've got my fence up and he's not listening to what I'm saying, he's intent on attacking me, if he swings for me, then this is how you bridge contact. From this point onwards, you'd be into chi-sao grappling, which we'll explain in a later video. So this is just to give you a few examples of how the bridge looks at close quarters.